I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? Get a cup of coffee. Everybody, get a cup of coffee and calm down because the Iceland volcano has exploded again. Okay, it's exploded again. Are you serious? Well, we're very serious, and here we go again for the fifth time since December. The fifth time since December that this volcano's exploded. We have to remember, folks, this volcano in Iceland was dormant for 800 years. And then in 2021, it exploded. It erupted. And then this is now the eighth eruption in the last 3 years, but five of them in the last 5 months. And the question is Iceland going to go up in smoke? I mean, it's really the question. Let me share that with you in just a second. But first, I mean, seriously, they're very concerned. The volcanologists are, and some of the cardiologists are. I mean, okay. I mean, and the cosmetologists are. I mean, it's affecting everybody. And matter of fact, speaking of cosmetologists, how about those wrinkles in your face? What? Have you looked in the mirror lately? Well, if you're suffering from all of that, you might want to get that fixed. But here's something people are suffering from more, and that is pain. That's right, pain. If you suffer from daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. What we know about pain relief is changing forever. As we age, aches and pains are normal, and we are searching for effective ways to relieve that pain without any side effects or, of course, any addictions. Let's be frank. We've all know of people, the horrors of the opiate crisis, and you may have even been affected personally. And that's where a pioneering medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. You may have seen this world-renowned health expert featured in the national media as he's unveiled a natural pain reliever that is taking the world by storm. Yes, I'm talking about Canalidine. What? Canalidine. Yes, it's 100% drug-free way to get full body pain relief without dangerous pills. And as you read, as you realize it, as you study this information, you will know that 1 million Americans, hundreds of professional athletes, it is so powerful. They're all now using this because of the pain relief. Even the UFC has made this their number one pain reliever officially for those martial arts fighters. Now get this. Clint explains how Canalidine is the only compound on the earth that optimizes your body's natural painkillers called endorphins. At any age, when taken daily, your body will fire back to relieving pain like you were in your prime, in no time, prime time, no time. Yes, and let me tell you, I was skeptical, and I was just skeptical, but it works. It does work. I've tried virtually everything, and I have not felt this kind of pain relief in years. It's all of your daily activities, and these aches and these pains, they'll start fading away. Guys, I'm talking about the back, the neck, the joints, the lower back, the elbows, the knees, all of it, guys. It helps so much. Let me tell you what to do. I want you to go right now to www.trycono.com/Paul. That's www.trycono.com/Paul. It's in the description below. Click on it. Hurry. You will be glad that you did. All right. Now, this volcano, this is very concerning, guys. I'm being brutally honest with you. Extremely concerning. Something's going on with the weather. Can somebody help me? Listen, you have a volcano that has not erupted in 800 years. Just 2-3 years ago, we had Kilauea come back to life. We have right now that super volcano under Italy is now shaking and quaking. Haven't heard from that thing in I don't know how many hundred years. And Iceland's been 800 years. But it started 3 years ago, but it's more at the top of the pole area, probably receiving more of the pressure as the pole is shifting. That's just my analogy. But the experts of pole shifts are the guys in this webinar. And believe me, I'll just put their names up there for you. Believe me, they are they're they explain this, how there will be more volcanoes and why there will be more earthquakes and why, how that this will affect the seas to rise and why the earth will and is wobbling already, how the sun comes into play with all of this. I mean, and then there's Planet X, planet number 9, call it what you want to. This nemesis is what Marshall Masters calls it, but it's all the same. Mike from around the world, Marshall Masters, Gil Brazard, all these guys are all tying us together. Throw in Clyde Lewis and Josh Peck and BP Earth Watch. I mean, you're going to have an incredible webinar. So guys, let's not mess around. Let's get the tickets right now. It's tomorrow night. That's right. I'm trying not to scream, but it's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. This entire webinar starts. Well, let me tell you about Volcano. It exploded. The volcano exploded for the 5th time. Yeah, what about Fiji? Yeah, you're right. Fiji as well. Thank you for reminding me. See, this massive volcanic eruption at that big crater in Iceland. And right behind me, that's the pictures. That is the pictures from 4 hours ago. That picture right there behind me. 4 hours ago. Another long 2-mile rift. And matter of fact, it's so bad, guys. They are literally fearful now. The lava's flowing toward Grenoble. That town, I think, is not going to make it. And they even had to shut down the Blue Lagoon. Now, the lava, not ash, the lava, that lava right there, that's 160 feet. What? Okay? That's 4 telephone poles on top of each other. 1, 2. I mean, that is huge for a hot, molten lava exploding into the air. According to the officials, the crater is located, of course, on the Reykjanes Peninsula, which is in southwestern Iceland, where authorities have evacuated the seaside town of Grenoble, including the country's biggest tourist attraction, the Blue Lagoon. That's that geothermal spa, natural spa. They've had to shut that down. Guys, this thing's being threatened. This marks the 5th and most powerful eruption in the region since December. It's the 8th time that this volcano system has erupted since March of 2021 after being dormant for 800 years. The pole is shifting, and it's reawakening these dormant volcanoes, including that one under Italy. Oh, no. Most of the 4,000 residents of Grenoble were permanently evacuated since November of 2023. They're not coming back. Those folks are done. That town's going to go under. Grenoble sits roughly 30 miles south of Iceland's capital city of Reykjavik. And I think I said that right. The eruption exploding has promptly, it's a very intense flow of lava. It's flowing, it's glowing, it's showing, and out of this volcano. And it's just really weird. It's really, 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 really powerful. But God is shaking things up. Now, the Bible said the earth will be destroyed with fire, not with water. But we will have, of course, floods, because the ice is melting and the seas are raising and the events are happening. The lava eruptions 164 feet high, and the length of this fissure behind me is 2 miles. 2 miles. I mean, it's like the earth, it's like Iceland's cracking apart. Is it? Maybe. The first assessment of scientists is that this is the beginning of this eruption is more powerful than in the previous eruptions. This is the most powerful eruption of the 8 eruptions. The thing's coming apart. And officials have warned that the gas pollution would be seen towards the southeast of the region today. And we'll travel to Sagamore and Olfus, Iceland. Those 2 towns need to understand that poisonous gas pollution headed your way. That'll be happening today. It's also expected then to carry to the northeast and it could be felt in the Iceland's capital. The eruption comes nearly 3 weeks after the end of the previous eruption that started on March 16th. That thing went on for quite a while, and then it finally ended. It flowed for 8 weeks, and then it stopped. And then we had 3 weeks of silence, only to have an explosion again. So, I mean, this could be the end of the Blue Lagoon. Oh, that would be horrible, really. But what's worse, this could be the end of Iceland. And what's even more troubling, this could be the pole shift, the complete flip. Guys, there's major concerns right now about all of this. People know that we're in a very dangerous situation, and we're running out of time. And when I say that, I'm talking prophetically now, that we are running out of time. And Jesus is coming back, and he's coming after those that are watching, those that are listening, those that are ready. And not everybody's ready. Nope, not everybody's ready. That's for sure. It's time to give our lives to Jesus Christ. It's time to get born again. It's time, because I'm telling you right now, it's like a ticking time bomb. This earth is ticking like a time bomb. Are you serious? Shelter me, Lord. Help the people in Iceland. They need you, Lord. Oh, yeah. We need you, Lord. Oh, come on. The earth can shake, the sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground. But I will fear none of those things. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Dark waters rise, the thunder pounds, the wheels of war are going round, and all the walls are crumbling. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding. That's right. The wind will blow, the rain can pour, the deluge break, the tempest roars. But in that storm, my spirit sings. Somebody get right with God. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. God bless everybody this morning. Good morning, everybody. I've got my coffee. I'm serious. And there's so much going on. There's an explosive. It's in Manhattan today. Will the former president of the United States be convicted of 34 felonies? No. Where's the Constitution? Do we still have a Constitution? Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. Now on that day, you call for me. Someday when time no more shall be, and I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Yes, I agree with you. In New York, this trial is a clown show. It has become a three-ring circus. And everybody in this whole country knows it. I mean, it don't matter which side of the spectrum politically you're on. No, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows this is insanity and that we're dragging this on and we're watching this play out in front of us. It's almost like this nation is about ready to explode with the injustices. Guys, is anybody got rights anymore? Oh, Robert De Niro, what a joke. Oh, don't get me started. That day you call for me, someday when time no more shall be, well, I say death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. What? Good morning, Robo-Mom. Oh, that's right, it's early. We're starting early, and we're going to finish late. Yes, we are. Hey! Good morning, Robo-Mom. Yes, we're starting early. I know. We're going to finish late, of course, with Mike from the world tonight. So I said to Heidi, Heidi, I hate to tell you this, but I've got 15 hours of work to do today because I've had to put a lot of time in preparing this webinar, interviewing all of the different speakers and their presentations, which are incredible, while working on a second book, while doing interviews still for the Revelation 9/11, and preparing a sermon for this coming Sunday, and getting ready last night. But today and tomorrow, I'm extremely busy because of the current events that are unfolding and the webinar that's approaching. And not just me, our staff got to we have to get your ticket, and so we can get your emails prepared and loaded with your private link so that when they get sent out, you'll be able to receive right on time, okay, at 6 p.m. Eastern, the webinar. And so if you can do it today, it'd be greatly appreciated because it is getting really busy now. The people are ordering now and getting their tickets acquired. And we're working hard to keep up with that. But we know that tomorrow will be a mad rush. So if you can do it today, it will really help us. Oh, let me just say this. Robert De Niro, he was weird in Cape Fear. And then I've watched him in several other movies that he was in. And he did, I always thought this guy was a little bit just, a little off. And I'm being very, I'm careful here. I just always thought he was a little bit off, just, a couple bricks short of load, that kind of thing, just a hair off, but good enough at what he did. But what he did the other day, was that yesterday? Whatever day that was. Yeah, he's creepy. That was the word. Thank you, Alicia. That was the word I'm looking for. And he's weird, yeah. But the thing is about De Niro, whatever he was doing, did the White House tell him to go down there? I mean, I'm hearing people say that, but I'm thinking, no, surely not. This was the worst acting job in history. The guy comes down there. Do you see how many bodyguards this dude had? He had like 8 guys, big, huge. They all looked Italian. I mean, it kind of looked like to me he was coming down there like a mobster, like he was the Don, the real Don of the Dons. Okay, and he strolls in there and he's standing in front of. This would have been like an Al Capone moment. I mean, this would have been like Teflon Don kind of move. He was like a gangster. He went down there. And he's throwing and he's there and yelling, and they got a courtroom going across the street. I mean, this was a bad B movie, a real bad B movie. And I thought to myself, the only thing that would make this even be enjoyable at all is if Clint Eastwood at 95 would have went down there and made somebody's day. And I thought to myself, could you imagine if the old man Clint Eastwood showed up and walked across the street and there was a confrontation between him and Robert De Niro? De Niro probably 15 years younger than him, But I put my money on Clint Eastwood. I would actually would. Dirty Harry. He could come as Clint Eastwood. He could come as the outlaw in Josie Wales if he wanted to. Or he could show up like Dirty Harry if he wanted to. I don't care. He could have showed up as like one of the, he could have showed up like one of the old Rawhide. Whatever role Clint wanted to play and take on this De Niro who was playing this mobster role, it would have been an insane, amazing, and might have brought some relief to the pressure that this nation's under as the polarizing. We're talking about a pole shift, but can I just tell you something? The poles are shifting, and you're going to hear these guys in the webinar tell you that. But I'm telling you something else. The poles of America, the bipolarism of America, is shifting so much that the Iceland volcano has exploded. And how many more volcanoes? And how many more earthquakes? And this nation is so divided. As we stand with Israel in the midst of their the persecution like they haven't had since World War II. I mean, it was bad in 1948 when they got their independence. They were attacked. And it was bad in 1967 when 5 different countries attacked them at once. It was bad in 1973 on Yom Kippur when they were attacked again. It was bad during the first Intifada. Bad in the next Intifada. Bad, but horrible on October 7th. And this nation, our country, so divided on this. I mean, these kids, those college kids, they're still out there protesting. They're still running around. School's out, guys. School's out for the summer. You know what? That could be even worse because I'm afraid now that the community organizer, who is the master community organizer and his organizations funded by the George Soros of the world and others, may be getting ready to launch Persecution Part 2, where they take these disturbed individuals that are attending our top most distinguished universities, and when they turn them loose into the streets. They've already messed up a lot of the graduations. Okay, so what's next? They're going to mess up the 4th of July? But wait a minute, they can't wait that long, so they got to do something in June. I mean, guys, and if this thing in Manhattan, whichever way this thing goes, if it goes sideways today or tomorrow, then what else happens? Okay, so we're in an explosive moment. The poles are certainly shifting. Not only our poles, not only the sun's pole, not only Mars's pole, but the poles, the bipolar mentality of America. Somebody's singing in the shower my song, Jennifer. Which one? Which song? I'm thinking to myself, what song would you sing in the shower? It's crazy. Thank you, Kim. Just thanks for giving me the it's just crazy. I don't want to go on a rant here, but I haven't went on a rant in a long time. And I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't want to go on a rant, but I might have to go on a rant just so I don't go on a rant. Because if I don't, I'm going to be shaking like a volcano. Shelter me, Lord, while in the shower. Well, that's probably a smart move. Rocket Man. I know. I really sung that bad. Rocket Man. I rushed that. You know, I wrote the words of that on the cuff. I didn't write it down. I did it as the words were flowing in front of me. I just changed it and sang it as it went. It was. I know you probably knew that anyway, but just off the, but I sung it terrible. I shouldn't have. I just sung it really bad. It was in the wrong key for me anyway. But anyway, guys, I gotta let you go. Everybody talks to God. That's a great song to be singing right now. It really is. Boy, we all need to talk to God. So there goes the Blue Lagoon. Guys, I'll be back in a few minutes because there's a major major situation just broke, and so I'll come right back in just a couple of minutes. Be right back. Are you saved? Please give your life to Jesus.